Hello and welcome back to another video. The topic of this video is this is an important note. This note is about boxing intelligence and IQ. For example, we are demeaning mankind or we are demeaning mankind's gift of intelligence by giving it a stupid number. Not only that, we are also setting a standard and a limit to what the human mind can perceive and achieve. So, what I extract from this statement is that do not give IQ a number and badger the gift. Show gratitude by thanking the creator for creating an amazing brain/computer. And this was my random thought, and I feeded it into Quen, and the reply was this writing presents a subjective and inspirational viewpoint. It aligns with many contemporary understanding of intelligence. It challenges the limitations of traditional IQ measurements and promotes a broader, more inclusive view of human potential. Therefore, the notion expressed in the writing can be considered correct with the context of promoting a holistic and growth oriented perspective on intelligence. So, my next question was how can a random thought in my mind be correct? So, Quen further answered that it can be correct because I also asked Quen that whether it follows a chain of thought pattern to answer the users, and it also encourages the users to think in a chain of thought manner. It follows a chain of thought and it encourages the users to follow a chain of thought as well. Writing and interaction with an AI like me can absolutely serve as a catalyst for deeper thinking and the manifestation of new ideas. The key lies in engaging with the material actively, allowing yourself to question, reflect, and connect dots. So, some connecting the dots is important while searching Quen. In essence, both good writing and thoughtful conversations act as mirrors, reflecting back your own thoughts in ways that illuminate new pathways forward. So, yes, I do encourage readers to manifest their next thought and hopefully many more beyond that. So, I asked Quen that what can be my next thought after this. After reading the text in the video and the analysis provided, several logical next thoughts could emerge. These thoughts might build upon the idea presented, explore their implications, or consider related concepts. Here are some potential next thoughts. So, it's giving me next thoughts as well, which many users, according to the data that it has accumulated throughout the years or throughout the entire time that it has been online, and it has accumulated a certain amount of data, and in the light of that data it thinks that the next thoughts can be these: what are the various types of intelligence proposed by theories like Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence? How do these different forms of intelligence manifest in everyday life and professional setting? Have I ever encountered situations where my intelligence was underestimated because it did not find the traditional IQ model? Can I recall instances where I used a form of intelligence not typically measured by IQ tests, such as emotional intelligence or creativity to solve a problem? And the other question is, how does our current education system cater to different forms of intelligence, and what changes could be made to accommodate a more holistic view of intelligence? What societal biases might arise from relying too heavily on IQ scores, and how can we address these biases? The other questions are, how can cultivating a sense of gratitude for my own intelligence contribute to my overall happiness and success? What practices can I adopt to maintain a growth oriented mindset and continue developing my various forms of intelligence? And some other questions: how can AI tools help us better understand and develop different forms of intelligence? What ethical considerations should we keep in mind when using technology to augment human intelligence? The other question is, how can I apply the idea of multifaceted intelligence in my personal and professional life to achieve greater success and fulfillment? What steps can I take to recognize and nurture the various forms of intelligence in those around me, such as family members, friends, and colleagues? How can embracing different forms of intelligence enhance my ability to think creatively and come up with innovative solutions. What strategies can I use to tap into my creative potential and generate new ideas? How might our understanding of intelligence evolve in the coming years? And what impact will this have on society? What role will emerge? So, this is a really important question. How might our understanding of intelligence evolve in the coming years? And what impact will this have on society? This is an excellent question, and I can like research more about this topic. How might our understanding of intelligence evolve in the coming years? And what impact will it have on society? Previously, we did not have artificial intelligence. We only had our brains and IQ tests to measure intelligence of a human being. But now we also have artificial intelligence, and when we combine both these intelligences together, then we'll have a super intelligence. A normal human can have this much intelligence, but a superhuman intelligence person, a person who possesses a superhuman intelligence, can perform better with an AI model like Quen or ChatGPT, and he can ask different questions because he's more intelligent. And this is what I think. So this was my brief interaction with Quen. I know these are philosophical questions, and the final question is, what role will emerging technologies play in shaping our views on intelligence and human potential? These next thoughts build upon the foundational ideas presented in the text and the analysis, encouraging readers to explore the topic further and apply the insights to their own lives and the world around them. So, all I'm trying to say is that I asked a simple question: should we box intelligence and IQ? Should humans be confined to an IQ test, which is not very accurate? It does not measure the emotional intelligence and other traits that we humans possess. So, my question was, should we box intelligence and IQ? We must not limit and mark someone's IQ and intelligence. For example, we are demeaning mankind's gift of intelligence by giving it a stupid number. Not only that, we are also setting a standard and a limit to what the human mind can perceive and achieve. So, this was my initial question, and these are the answers that I got from Cohen. Thank you for listening. Take care and have a nice day.